Hi everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. I'm here. I'm on the set. We've wrapped up the recording portion of our Big 12 reports. Check those out at the Big 12 Insiders channel. They'll still be spilling out into the middle of next week, but they're done and I'm purple again. Hey, I got a question here that I ask every person I interviewed for that series of recordings. And it's, what is the linchpin game? Is there one on your schedule? And I know that maybe Ryan Wallace answered that for us when he took the stand and represented GoPowercat and K-State in that series. But today I'm going to get to that, in my opinion. First, a reminder, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up. Leave those comments. And I ask you kindly, if you're not subscribing to the channel, and you enjoy the channel, please go ahead and do so. It's free to you. So what is the linchpin game on the Kansas State schedule? It'd be easy to pick Oklahoma State. It's kind of the most competitive game of the season. Maybe Kansas might be that. But for me, it's too early in the season to make it the linchpin game with what's at stake this year. Because honestly, if they lose one of those games early on, it's going to really kind of put a shadow on everything else. Of course, they got to come out of the non-conference at 3-0, and that'll be a challenge with Arizona, a conference team who is going to be pretty darn good this year, just playing a non-conference game. And then you go to BYU, and then you come home to play Oklahoma State. Now you're at 5-0 if everything's on course, and you go to Colorado. Okay, it's an interesting game, but it's the next one. You go to West Virginia. You go to Colorado and West Virginia in back-to-back weeks. And in fact, the first three road games for this team in conference play are at altitude, starting with Provo. It's going to be an interesting little wrinkle here to the new Big 12. There's a lot of mountain states. There's a lot of mountains and a lot of scenic views and a lot of thin air. Going to West Virginia is enormous. It's always a challenging place to play. And even 2 years ago when K-State won, Garrett Green made his debut and was pretty damn good. So if West Virginia is staying the course, I think that is the linchpin game. I think that's the game that'll set the table for K-State to do big things, because that is the start of the second half of the season, the next six. The first six ends in Boulder, and the next six starts there, because you come home then and play Kansas, which could be an enormous game. You don't want to lose that West Virginia game and come home to play Kansas. You can't have that kind of lost momentum. And after Kansas, the schedule gets a little bit lighter for 3 weeks. Let's be honest. This is the new Big 12. There might be some teams that are down a little bit. You go to Houston, that is starting their rebuild with Willie Fritz as coach. And then you got Arizona State and Cincinnati coming in before you conclude at Iowa State. It's that West Virginia game that I think lurks and looms huge for the K-State football program in 2024. It starts that back half of the year, and you don't want to start that with a loss, particularly when you're coming home to play what might be a really confident and talented KU team that has lost to you 15 years in a row and wants to smack you upside the head. We'll see how it all plays out. Football season's almost here. The students are rolling into town, and I'm fired up.